Today we hope to show you some of what Carnival Cruise Lines has to offer. So like, subscribe, and let us know in the comments if there is a cruise offering you want to know more about.
So you've booked your Carnival cruise. Now what? So perhaps you booked your cruise on the Carnival website, or maybe someone booked it for you. Maybe you're going in a group, or maybe it was booked by a travel agent. Either way, there's a ton of stuff that you can access on the Carnival website. So we're going to take a look and see the things that you really need to do on the site, plus all the optional things that you might want to do before you get ready to go on that cruise. So the first thing you're going to want to do here is log in or create an account. So if you click that create account button, it's really going to look the same except you have a create account button. I already have an account, so I'm just going to go ahead and log in. And once we get in here, we're going to have a bunch of information we have access to regarding cost, payments, the way we want our bed set up, dining options, and so on. You really do have a ton of options to be able to make sure that your vacation is set up the way that you want it to go. So as you can see, the upper right-hand side has all of your trips. If your trip is missing, you can click on the link to manage another booking. All you'd have to do is add your booking number and then it will show in your list. Next, we need to deal with the business end of vacation. So we're going to head over to the booking and order details page. One of the most important things you're going to see here is your balance. How much do you owe, or is it paid in full? Now, this trip is 8 days from the recording these screenshots, so it's paid for. The next thing you want to check is your bed configuration. You can have your bed set up as 2 twins or a king bed. Most likely that matters to you. I know it matters to me. Then we'll check out dining. There are usually 3 options. You have early dining, late dining, and your time dining. Here you don't see early dining because it's not available anymore. That's why you want to get these set up early while there are still options. We chose this a long time ago, so we're good. The next thing we're going to look at is the money. If you click View Invoice Details, you can see the cost of the cruise, the taxes, fees, port expenses. You can also decide if you want to prepay the gratuities. And if it weren't so close to sailing, you'd also see an option to buy insurance. We didn't buy it, so it's not here. And at this point, we were so close to sailing that it really wasn't an option anymore. The next thing we're going to do is take a look at our planner. So if you click on the planner link, you will find a to-do list, and you need to do these things. Make sure that you download the Carnival Hub app. It is listed over there. And also, make sure you check out our video on the app. You need to print out your luggage tags and your boarding pass. At the time of our sailing, we did have to have a paper copy of our boarding pass, and it's always a good idea anyway, just in case technology fails you. If you are checking luggage, you must have luggage tags, so make sure you print these off and use these. If you scroll down on this page, you will see your itinerary. It will show you where you're going and when you'll be there. It will also show you if you have any planned activities with Carnival for that day. So if you see here, you can see that they arrive at port at 8 a.m., depart the port at 4 p.m., and I have a spa visit booked during that time frame. When you are on your trip, you want to make sure you pay close attention to that depart time. You want to make sure that you are back at the ship 1 hour prior to depart time, and make sure that you stay on ship time no matter what time zone you're in. Let's check out the Cruise Manager. This categorizes all of the things that you might decide to do or purchase. So let's take a look at shore excursions. Here you can see several different options. You can filter by the day. That little dot there indicates that I have an excursion booked for that day. You can filter out the day, take a look at the different reviews that other customers have given. If you take a look at it, you can get detail as far as how long the excursion is. You can find out what type of intensity level it is. You want to make sure that everyone who's going on the excursion will be able to perform it. So here it says it's an easy activity level, no minimum age. That age range is very important, and how long you can expect to be gone. One thing to note is to make sure you pay attention to how long it's going to take you to get to and from the destination. It's usually only available when you read through the details, but sometimes you get on a bus and it takes a long time to go back and forth, so pay attention to that. Next, we are going to take a look at the drink packages. We will start off with Cheers, which is the alcoholic beverage package. When you read through this, you're going to want to pay very close attention because they have pretty strict rules. You can only order 1 drink at a time. You cannot share it. And if one person in the cabin orders the drink package. Every other person in that cabin who is over 21 years old also needs to order the package. So, you can look through the details, you get some discounts, there's some information about what it excludes. So I would just recommend that you read through those details before you determine if this is the right thing for you. So next we'll head over to the bottomless bubbles package. Now this is if you want soda pop, you can get that available in cans. All of the details are in here. You do have free drink options available. So the water from the water machines is free. If you buy bottled water, it's expensive. You also do have the option to drink things like lemonade, which is always available in the afternoon and evening. In the morning, you have milk available. There's juice. There's coffee and tea. So you do have options if you don't want to purchase a package. There are also a couple of wine packages that I really don't know much about, but the beauty of the site is you can read all about them right here. Now it is time to check out the Pixels photo packages. I am a big fan of photo packages, even though I think that the price of them is way too expensive. I just can't help but fall in love with some of the photos. They have great backgrounds, great photographers all over the ship. And if you do pre-purchase the package, you get these bundles. And the bundles will have things, just a few extras. You're not really going to save a lot of money, but you're going to get a couple of freebies tossed in. One thing I will say is on this last trip, the extra items that I was supposed to get was not listed on the Hub app, so I did have to talk to the Pixels Gallery Manager to get all of that figured out. Now, make sure that you do get all of your photos the day before the trip ends. In the morning when you're debarking, you will not have an option to get your photos, and it is very difficult to try to get them after the fact. So please make sure that you have everything wrapped up as early as possible the day before you debark the ship. Again, you will not be able to get them on debarkation day. So the photos are not cheap. You can see that these are 15 photos for $300, which is $20 a piece. If you buy them on the ship, it might be $22 a piece. So you get a little bit of savings. So let's go back and check out specialty dining. When this page loads, we're going to see that there is the steakhouse, there's Cucina del Capitano, and there is the chef's table. Plus, there's also like a Dr. Seuss breakfast. This one is thing 1 and thing 2 birthday. When there's not a special birthday thing, they have some sort of Seuss at Sea breakfast. So you can always check that out for the kiddos. Chef's table is a very good experience if you have never done it before. I would say if you are a foodie or love a foodie that you would take with you, it's worth doing it once. Next, we will take a look at the steakhouse. We did go to the steakhouse on this particular trip. It was nice. I don't know that it was necessarily worth the cost, but we did have a nice time, so you can check out the video on the steakhouse. There's also Cucina del Capitano. We did not do that on this trip. We have been to one in the past, though, and it's a very good Italian dining experience. But you can also, on sea days at lunchtime, Cucina del Capitano is open with just a pasta bar, and it's a pretty nice little lunch. Next, we will be moving on to gifts and stateroom decor. I usually don't order any of this stuff. However, for this trip, it started on Father's Day. So I wanted to have something special for my husband. They don't have anything specific for Father's Day, so I got the Bon Voyage package. And it was really nice to have, like the cute little decorations when we went in. It also had a couple lanyards, and I got the one that had a cake for him. So he got a little something special when we went in. And I was glad that we were able to do something for his special day. So it was something like that. We didn't have the cookies. We had a cake instead. It was very nice, though. Again, we usually don't do that. It's, I've never really thought it was necessarily worth it. But if you have a special event, that's something that you could do. And again, it was really nice to have those decorations. You can get Carnival Yeti travel mugs. There is more, there's a video, it's either out or it's coming out about what to take with you on the trip. This is not necessarily the type of cup I would recommend. However, I do recommend that you have a cup with you. So if you don't buy something like this, you definitely need to bring one with you because it's important to have. Now here you can see those cups are bad ideas. Don't get those cups. The Fun Talk door magnets, we did get those. We had 2 cabins. There were people with us, so it was nice to leave notes for each other. However, the dry erase markers did not work, so we brought the dry erase markers with us. So if you have a birthday or something, this might be a good option for you. Now, next, we're going to be talking about one of my favorite topics, which is the spa. I really do like to go and pamper myself a little bit, stuff that I wouldn't normally do at home. I just get relaxed, get all that stress out. I like to get at least like one couples massage with my husband and I. So you can come here, check out all of the services that the spa offers. So for instance, we'll take a look at the massage therapies. If you go in and look at these, this is something you get on the site that you don't get this type of detail when you are on the ship. So if you come here and it kind of shows you the starting price and you click on it, and then you take a look at this next thing here, you can see the different prices for different times of day. So there are like middle of the day, especially port days, you'll get a better price. And you never get this level of detail when you're actually on the ship. You'll get people telling you, oh, it's on sale, you'll get a discount, 20%. You actually have to go to like the front desk of the spa to be able to get the price list typically. Sometimes there'll be people out there, but I really love getting this level of detail and being able to see how when you go saves you money. You just don't get the opportunity to compare costs like this when you're on the ship. So there are very few things left that we need to look at. One of those is cruise cash. I never really understood cruise cash. I would just use cash. So unless you're gifting it, that doesn't make sense. The other item is the internet plans. I have never had a good internet experience on a ship. What I would say is if you think that you can make it, then don't get the internet plan. It just really never has worked out well. It's expensive and it's terrible. If you have hung in with me this long, thank you so much for listening. Have a good one. Bye.
Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to be notified of new uploads. And while you're here, check out some of our other videos.